Hi, first grade. We're reading Weird and Wacky Plants. This story is written by Katharine Kenah. And I'd like you to compare this book with Plants That Eat Animals and tell me which book you liked more. So I'd love to know your opinion based on the facts and information we read. Weird and Wacky Plants. Imagine a world without plants. There would be no vegetables to eat. There would be no wooden houses to live in. Without plants, there would be no life on Earth. Plants are everywhere. Some plants are big, some plants are small. Some plants are weird and wacky. Bird of paradise. Is that a bird? No. Is it a plant? The bird of paradise is named after its bright orange and blue flower. The flower looks like the head of a bird. This plant is native to South Africa. A giant form of it grows in the state of Hawaii in the United States. At the bottom, there's a caption that says, "Weird facts. The bird of paradise plant looks like the flying birds of paradise, which are brightly colored birds. Seeds of the bird of paradise are poisonous if eaten." That is a very weird and wacky plant. Giant water lily. The largest water lily in the world is the giant water lily. Its round leaves are 7 feet wide. A person could lie down inside of one. The giant water lily grows in the warm waters of the Amazon River. This river is in South America. The caption at the bottom says, "Weird facts. The giant water lily is also called the Victoria Amazonica. It is named after the 1838 after the Queen Victoria of England. A giant water lily's flowers smell like butterscotch and pineapple." Well, that's very interesting. The pitcher plant. Oh, we read about this in the Plants That Eat Animals book. A pitcher plant is a death trap for bugs. It smells sweet. The red stripes make it look like meat. A bug flies to the plant looking for a meal. The inside is slippery and covered with sharp hairs. When a bug falls inside, it cannot get out. Well, that's some new information we learned in this book. It says here that it has sharp hairs on the inside and it looks like meat. Maybe that's why it has these lines in it. The veins kind of make it look like the marbled layers of meat. It says here in the caption, "Weird facts. Pitcher plants have a drug in them that makes bugs unsteady. Bugs wobble along the rims of the plant and then they fall down into these deadly traps. Pitcher plants have clear spots on them. Bugs fly towards these sunny windows to escape, but they crash into the leaf and fall into the belly of the plant." Well, already I can tell that this book gives us even more detailed information than the last. Venus flytrap. A fly lands on the leaves that look like an open mouth. Snap, the leaves close. The Venus flytrap has just trapped its food. This plant has small hairs on its leaves. The hairs sense when something is there. The edges of the leaves lock to keep bugs inside. Weird facts. Venus flytrap snaps shut in 1/3 of a second. It takes the Venus flytrap 8 to 20 days to eat a whole bug. That's very interesting. The photograph isn't as clear as the last book, but it does have some more information in the text. Poison ivy. Do not touch these leaves. They are poison ivy. Poison ivy vines climb trees, walls, and fences. Poison ivy also forms into a bush. Each leaf is made of 3 small leaves. In spring, poison ivy leaves are red. In summer, the leaves turn shiny and green. Weird facts. The leaves of poison ivy are poisonous all year long. Touching these leaves causes red, itchy bumps. An allergy to poison ivy is the most common one in the United States. The saguaro cactus. The saguaro is the largest cactus in the United States. It can grow to be 60 feet tall. as tall as a 6-story building. The saguaro cactus grows in hot, dry deserts. Its tall trunk and branches store water. Sharp pins called spines cover the saguaro cactus. Here's some weird facts. Some saguaro cacti are over 200 years old. Saguaro cacti can weigh 10 tons, more than a school bus. I wonder if that's because so much water is stored in their trunk and the arms. And we learned about spines. Foxglove. The foxglove gets its name from its flowers. They are shaped like little fingers of a glove. This purple plant looks pretty, but it can cause harm. The strong heart medicine is made from foxglove leaves. A small amount of this drug is good. Too much of this drug can stop a heart. Weird facts. Some tales say that fairies wore foxglove blossoms as gloves. Others say that foxes put them on their paws so that they can move quietly. All of the foxglove plant is poisonous if eaten. And we talked about that in poisonous plants. Bamboo. Bamboo is a giant grass with a strong stem. Bamboo shoots grow close together and very quickly. Some grow 3 feet in one day. Bamboo is used to make things like houses, shoes, fishing poles, rope, and paper. Weird facts. Layers of bamboo together are almost as strong as steel. Scientists think that bamboo is one of the world's earliest forms of grass. Giant sequoia. A giant sequoia is one of the biggest and oldest living things on the earth. It is a type of redwood tree. The giant sequoia has a very strong large trunk. Most trunks are 100 feet around. It would take a circle of almost 20 people holding hands to surround this giant tree. Weird facts. Giant sequoias live for thousands of years. The largest tree in the world is a sequoia called the General Sherman tree. It is over 274 feet tall, 102 feet around. It is almost 5 times taller than an adult oak tree. That is a massive tree. Lichen. A lichen is a plant with no leaves, roots, flowers, or stems. It can live in the deep Arctic cold. It can live in the hot desert heat. It can live and grow on a rock. A lichen is made of both algae and fungi. Algae help the lichen make food. Fungi hold water for the lichen. Here are some weird facts. Slow-growing lichens can live to be 4,000 years old. For 2,000 years, doctors have used drugs made from lichens to treat lung and skin problems. So there's lichen. It's kind of, I would say, more in the algae fungi family. Kelp. Kelp is the largest brownish-green seaweed that grows underwater. It is found in cold waters around the world. Many sea animals use kelp for food or shelter. Giant kelp grows very long and very quickly. It can grow over 300 feet in 1 year. Here's some weird facts about kelp. A lot of giant kelp living together forms a kelp forest. There are no trees in this forest, just kelp. Algin made from kelp is used to make ice cream, paper, and toothpaste. So there's a kelp forest underwater. Cattail. Is that a cat hiding in the grass? No, it is a cattail. A cattail is a weird plant. It lives along the edges of ponds and lakes. It has tall, pointy green leaves. In the spring, a cattail has a greenish yellow flower. By the end of summer, the flower is long, dark, and fuzzy like a cat's tail. Here are some weird facts. Part of the cattail flower was once used to make silk. It is still used to make bandages for cuts. In some parts of the world, cattails are covered with oil and set on fire, and they are used as lights, like a torch. Dandelion. A bright yellow dandelion blooms all year long. It opens during the day and closes up at night. A full-grown dandelion has white, fluffy seeds. The word dandelion means tooth of the lion. People think the edges of its leaves look like a row of lion's teeth. Here's some weird facts. The early colonists brought dandelion seeds to North America. They grew dandelions for food and medicine. Dandelions are edible weeds. They can be cooked or used in salads. But I would not pick any in a field or your yard because they could be sprayed by like chemicals, pesticides for a lawn. Orchid. Many gardeners think the orchid is the most beautiful flower in the world. It grows in every color except blue. In warm places, an orchid will grow in a tree. In cool places, an orchid grows on the ground. Orchids are found in almost every type of climate except deserts. The vanilla vine is a climbing orchid. It produces pods called vanilla beans. The vanilla is used in drinks and food. It takes some orchid plants up to 4 years to recover after producing a flower. Here's the orchid. So I hope you enjoyed learning about some weird and wacky plants today in our Read Aloud. And I hope you will go back and look at both books and decide which one you gained more nonfiction factual information about, which one was more helpful in the details or the illustrations in learning about these unusual plants. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.